Still on regulatory matters, but further afield, Australia's highest court has endorsed plain packaging laws that will force tobacco companies to remove branding from their products. The decision means that starting in December, tobacco companies operating there will no longer be able to display their distinctive colors, brand designs and logos on cigarette packs. The packs will instead come in a uniform shade of olive green and feature graphic health warnings and images such as cancer-riddled mouths and blinded eyeballs. And already, British American Tobacco has rejected the ruling as unconstitutional and, quote, likely to have many unintended consequences for years to come. Let's have details of that ruling from Down Under. The ruling made Wednesday, the Australian High Court found the country's laws to force companies to remove all branding and sell tobacco only in generic olive green packets, which also carry graphic health warnings, were legal and did not breach trademark rights. The Australian High Court case centered on three key legal arguments. First, that items including trademarks, copyright designs, patents, goodwill, physical products and packaging constitute property. Secondly, that plain packaging legislation will see tobacco manufacturers stripped of any right to this property. And thirdly, that a related benefit had been passed on to the Australian government as a result. But tobacco companies, on the other hand, argued that the government would unfairly benefit from the law by using cigarette packs as a platform to promote its own message without compensating the tobacco companies. Their biggest worry, though, is that the law will set a global precedent that could slash billions of dollars from the value of their brands. The laws, the toughest in the world, are in line with the World Health Organization recommendations and are being watched closely by Britain, Norway, New Zealand, Canada, and India, which are considering similar measures. Responding to the ruling, British American Tobacco East and Central Africa Area Director Gary Fagan has said, and I quote, "The company is extremely disappointed by the decision of the Australian High Court and remains convinced that the Tobacco Plain Packaging Act is not only a bad piece of law, but that it is one that will have many unintended consequences for years to come," unquote. Among the consequences British American Tobacco foresees is increased illicit tobacco trafficking, which will drive down prices and lead to increased smoking while reducing government tax revenue. But Fagan said the court decision only concerns Australian constitutional law. But Kenya too has had its fair share of legal battles with tobacco manufacturers, culminating in the enactment of the Tobacco Control Act in 2007. The act bans cigarette advertising, sponsorships and smoking in public places. It is that law that led to the creation of public smoking zones in urban centers. As a result, the 2008-2009 Kenya Demographic and Health Survey indicates that the rate of smoking decreased from 23% of the population in 2003 to 18% in 2009. But tobacco control lobbyists insist that there is need for more controls on the consumption of tobacco, particularly through enhanced taxation of tobacco products. It now remains to be seen whether Kenya will follow the legal precedent set by its Commonwealth counterpart.